We're already in the book of Daniel. Time after time, we've prayed, we've read, we made it here, and that's just so amazing that we're here. So we're in the book of Daniel 3 through 5 this week, and I'm going to focus on Daniel 3, specifically on Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And I know I butchered it, but you know what? My English doesn't English when I do Bible names, but my heart's still in the right place. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we have Nebuchadnezzar doing this whole rule about being like, hey, y'all need to pray for me, pray to me, and only me. And of course the three guys were like, no, I'm going to continue to pray to my Lord. And he found out about this, and he was like, the rule is literally to pray to me. And of course they were just not having it. They weren't about to sit here and like compromise for their Lord, because all of us know he is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the God of gods. He's not going to sit here and pretend like they want to do something they don't want to do. So then Nebuchadnezzar was like, all right, to the fire they go. And when I read it, they tied them up, and they were like, they turned it on like about 400% more, or 400 degrees more than it normally is. And I think I'm butchering that number too, but it was just a really high amount of heat, and they weren't supposed to survive this. And of course he threw them in and goes, go ahead and pray to your God now. They were in the furnace, and in the Bible it said they weren't touched. The fire they stopped. They saw, actually, instead of 3 figures, it was 4, and they were able to say, yeah, because my God is with me no matter what. And it reminds me of the moments where I can honestly say not necessarily at this moment in my life, in my season, but there have been seasons where I've been going through everything. One thing I can, recently, as y'all know, was the car accident. It's like, okay, well, I was about to start school, I was working like a million jobs, and then boom, I get into a car accident. Like, what else could go wrong type thing? And as life goes on, there have been so many moments in my life where all I had was my faith in God. All I had was to rely on the Lord. All I had was knowing that God had my back, and knowing that God has your back through it all is the reason that you can keep going. Knowing that the Lord is going to love you regardless, knowing that the moment you choose God, he will always choose you, is absolutely beautiful. And this story just reminds us time and time again, we as Christians, we're not promised a perfect life. We're not promised a perfect marriage. We're not promised a perfect relationship. We're not promised a perfect anything, but we are certain of a perfect God who works everything out for our good in his glory. So if you're going through a season in your life right now where you're really frustrated, where everything seems to be going wrong, where you feel like no matter what you do, where you turn, how you look, what you look like, everything just seems to not be going your way, know that the Lord has you in the furnace for a reason, and that you're going to get victory out of it at the end. God loves you, he sees you, he knows you, and he wants you to know him. Give your life to the Lord today, because I promise you it will truly be the best choice you ever make. So this has been fun, guys. I'm so excited to keep going. Let's go see where the story of Daniel takes us next. I'll see you guys.